Hey y'all, happy Monday. So today we're still in 31 days of how he sees me, looking at ourselves through the lens of our Father, and we're digging back into I am victorious. So if you have your book, you can go there with me. We talked last week about how Jesus redeemed all of us, right? There's not one piece of us that he left out of his redemption. And so we have to renew our mind to that. We have to be taught how to live restored, redeemed, and our emotions as well. So when we feel defeated, when we feel like a failure, when we feel like it's never going to work out, renewing our mind to the truth that God causes us to triumph in Christ Jesus, and that he has already won victory for us. So we're going to dig into some scriptures this week. 1 John 5:4 is where we're going to go. And that says, whatever is born of God is victorious over the world. And this is the victory that conquers the world, even our faith. So, the New Testament was originally written in Greek. And today we're going to start breaking out that verse that we just read from 1 John 5:4. So, these are from Thayer's Greek to English lexicon. And so, born of God, that phrase is God conferring upon men the nature and disposition of his sons, imparting to them spiritual life. So, born of God. And let's look at that again. It was 1 John 5:4. I'm going to read it in the Passion Translation as well. 1st, 2nd, 3rd John. 1 John. My pages are sticking together. I'm sorry, y'all. 5:4. This says, you see, every child of God overcomes the world, for our faith is the victorious power that triumphs over the world. That's good. That puts it in terms that are easy to understand, right? You see, every child of God. And that's what the lexicon is telling us, that born of God is God conferring upon men the nature and disposition of his sons, imparting to them spiritual life. So that's like, we just celebrated Father's Day this past weekend. But my children, our children, children of my husband, have things in their makeup that come from him. Some of his nature, thank God. His handsome good looks. His view of things. And it's just like we pass things along to our children because they are born of us. And that when we are born of God, traits of his become traits of ours. Like we've talked about before, the engrafting, when we become grafted into the Father, that old is passed away and we're flooded with new, that we become new. And so born of God confers the nature and disposition of his sons. So victorious, one who by Christian constancy and courage keeps himself unharmed and spotless from his adversaries' devices, solicitations, and assaults. I feel like that one is a pretty big mouthful that we could spend some time pulling apart. So, victorious. And again, if we're looking at the verse, whatever is born of God is victorious. All right, so victorious by Christian constancy. That is consistent. We keep trying, we keep aiming, we keep trying. We're not changing our course. We're staying straight ahead. Constancy and courage. That seems to be a theme of the Christian life, is courage. We've read that about Joshua. we've read that. Actually, we'll read it again, that Jesus tells his disciples, take courage. And so in the midst of what looks like, a daunting circumstance or an impossible situation, that we keep pressing towards the mark. We keep pressing towards the mark, and we take courage and be strong, knowing who our Father is. And we are going to stop because we're over 5 minutes, and we'll pick up here tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bye, y'all.